Bot Rix has correctly joined the channel.
Following thunder! Lightning flash!
I'm going in!
Your journey ends.
Some target.
Lord of Sand. Your journey ends.
Born of ice and frost. Raise a star! Blaze over! Teamwork is dreamwork! Some target practice.
Your journey ends.
Some target practice. For Rex Lapis! No, come on! Let's light it up! Off we go!
Your journey ends.
Everybody stand back!
Journey ends.
Target practice. Spread your wings and raise a star! Let's light it up! All hail! This is where you fall. Transfixed!
Thunderclap! Here!
Witness my rise. Overruled. Teamwork is dreamwork! Freeze! Laid bare, everlasting as the moon! This one will be frozen in time.
Following thunder!
Cool it.
This is where you fall. Overruled.
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry. Cool it!
Witness my rise. Transfixed.
Thunderclap! Lightning flash!
is where you fall. Overrule!
This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge this!
Whirling snow! Ha! Yeah! Ha!
Come on, we can do it.
I'm going in!
Let the show begin.
Take flight! Kamisato art! Sometsu! Whirling snow! Ha! Take flight! Embrace the ice! So rude! Whirling snow! Kamisato art! Sometsu! Take flight!
Take this!
Whirling snow! Embrace the ice! Take flight! Whirling snow!
Pay your dues.
My apologies! Kamisato art! Sometsu!
This shop looks popular today. Wonder what the occasion is. Seedween's here too! Hey there, Seedween! Hello there, Traveler and Paimon. I hope you— You bet we are! So anyway, the Duke insists I take this one just so— Wait! You— It's called book— Oh, wow! You're a maritime flower? If Paimon— What's so weird about that? Everyone loves beauty! I really like this role. Well, they sure don't want to make an enemy of the maritime flower! Obviously, it's because of Seedween's love for beauty. Still, a leader of the beauties? The truth is, I study this field because I cherish my own appearance. There's no— Oh, the words of a master beautician defy Not really. Actually, if I had to describe our approach, I'd say it's based on cuteness. Oh! Really? Yep. It turns out— Oh, Paimon gets it— Ooh, wait, sorry! No, I don't mind if you're interested. A shape-shifting Once upon a time— Long ago, humans rejected Melazines, and Melazines feared humans. There was one Melazine who became fascinated with human medicine, but no human wanted her help. And there was one girl who liked Melazines, so no humans would make friends with her. So, the Melazine became the girl's friend, and the girl became the Melazine's patient. Your checkup's all done. You're still in perfect health. Thank you, Dr. Melazine. In this game of doctor and patient, a friendship was born. Then, one day, the girl fell ill. The Melazine was the only doctor to arrive on time, but the adults sent her away.
Scram! Melazines can't be trusted!
So just because I'm not human, I can't save my best friend? In desperation, the Melazine approached the frightening witch. She begged and begged until she got a reply.
If you take this potion, concocted of sin, you will gain a human face and grow human limbs. But then, you will lose everything that attracted this friend of yours to you in the first place. Can you accept that?
The Melazine did not hesitate for very long. On a rainy night, a little doctor knocked on the girl's door. The doctor wore a hood and raincoat, maybe to protect her from the rain, but maybe also to hide a secret. The little doctor held the girl's hand and treated her illness, just as she had so many times before. Dawn came, and the little girl's condition improved. But the little doctor was long gone, for she knew her friend would never recognize her again. And so, since then, I've lived my life in human form. Most people who know me just think I was born this way. Ooh, a witch? A potion? Why does this sound like a fairy tale? Trust me, it's a true story. Must be the way you told it then. It just sounds so... Yeah, not every Melazine would take human form to save their human friend. That must have been a huge decision. Treating patients is a doctor's duty. We must always find a way, even when the going gets tough. Ugh. It's so crazy that they turned you away just because you were a Melazine. Especially when their daughter was so sick. Well,
Hi.
sometimes appearance can be a real barrier. But that was a long time ago. I like how I look now anyway. Paimon too! You're super cute this way.
Attention customers! Thank you all for waiting. Now, on behalf of our skincare partner, I'm delighted to announce that our exciting new product is now officially on sale.
Well, there we go. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, Paimon, if you want to buy any skincare products, I'll be happy to give you some suggestions. Really? Personal advice right from a leader of the Fontaine Beauty Association? What an honor!
Allow me to introduce our newest skin lotion, Butterfly Dew. I'm sure many of you have already read about this product's trials in the newspapers. To say that it improves skin quality is an understatement. This product gets its name from the way it transforms your skin and makes it glow anew, like a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis and spreading its wings for the first time. We are thrilled to have the inventor of this fantastic product with us here today. Please welcome Mr. Rawat, a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. Now, without further ado, I'll hand over to Mr. Rawat to tell you all about what Butterfly Dew can do for you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Rawat, and I developed Butterfly Dew.
Wow, what a looker.
He's a researcher? Wow, he's really challenging the stereotype.
It seems that everyone is surprised by my entrance. Or should I say, my appearance. I'm well aware that researchers are generally better known for their brains than their dashing good looks. In that regard, I do believe I break the mold somewhat. Of course, appearance is a skin-deep way of defining a person. And yet one's appearance can be a very real set of shackles, holding a person back in their life. It can rob a young person of their self-confidence when applying for a job, dissuade a young lady from approaching the one she loves. Our actions are at the mercy of our appearance, and we slowly become the very person that the outside world sees us as. But what if I told you that those shackles can be broken? If our appearance prevents us from changing, then let us first change our appearance itself. Wash away moles, birthmarks, and wrinkles, and they can no longer rob us of our confidence. Replace them with luster and radiance, and we shall never again hang our heads in shame. That is why Butterfly Dew exists. Its mission is to allow us to shed our pupae, undergo a complete metamorphosis, and embrace a new life.
Well, whether it actually works or not, after that speech, Paimon's already sold!
Mr. Rawat, could I ask if you've used this product yourself?
Of course, I tried it many times while I was testing it. You can consider me a product ambassador.
Wow, then it's sure to work!
Still, I don't expect to convince you just by blowing my own trumpet. So, could I get a volunteer from the audience to try it out?
Oh, Paimon volunteers!
Oh! Ah, what an honor! It appears we have a giant of the Fontaine Beauty Association here with us. In that case, Miss Sijuin, could we seek your most expert opinion on this product?
Sure.
Whoa, is that romaritime flower? They say she's the pickiest user of skincare products in all of Fontaine.
Here you go.
Well, it's very kind to the skin, and the absorption rate is high. Even for Fontaine, this is a first-rate product. Wow, now that's high praise!
I'll take one! Any discounts?
All right. Well, all that remains for me to say is, Butterfly Dew is now on sale!
Think we should buy a bottle too?
course you bring up Mora. Fine, Paimon will pay out of her own pocket and even share it with you. There, does that sound fair? And if you're worried about whether it's the right product for you, well, luckily for us, Cedrine's here, so we can get an expert consultation.
It's an honor to receive such high praise from you. To be honest, I was also hoping you might be able to point out some
With most skincare products. Oh yeah, this one has. Don't worry though. I plan to keep.
Oh, I was hoping for a more casual.
Cedrine? Oh, excuse us, Miss Beauty.
Wait, are you the renowned traveler?
That's right, and by his side, the equally famous Paimon.
Well, I don't normally handle customer questions personally, but since it's the traveler asking, allow me to make an exception. Butterfly Dew is made for all skin types, so no matter who you—
Why would it work better on fun?
In the interests of
Alright then.
Save yourself the trouble. I'd be greatly honored to have both of you use my product. Here, take 2 bottles for free.
Yay! Paimon's private fund survives!
To me, finding new customers for Butterfly Dew is about meeting kindred spirits, fellow
admirers of physical beauty.
It's nothing to be ashamed of, Miss Pine. This is a fact of life. It's only natural for people to desire to become beautiful.
You're right. Everyone loves beauty, don't they?
Look at the time. My apologies, but I have other things to attend to. I'll leave you with these 2 bottles of Butterfly Dew, and I look forward to seeing you.
Paimon, I'd say there's no need for you and the Traveler to use this product for now.
Why? Is there a problem with it?
The quality is fine. I just think there's room for improvement.
Really? Then why the—
Researchers are a very special breed of human. You can point out their flaws to their face and they won't mind very much. If I'd mentioned it, he probably would—
fair enough.
If you're interested—
When you say more effective, you mean it'll make Paimon even prettier?
As for me, it's probably time I got back to the Fortress of Maripede. I mustn't leave the infirmary unattended for too long.
Alright, see you there then!
I was looking to switch up my skincare routine anyway.
Aw, I wish I'd saved up my pocket money.
Stocks are running low, so purchase soon to avoid disappointment.
The ingredients for Seedween should be nearby.
Lightning flash! Freeze!
Hey!
Take this!
No escape!
Dodge this! Thunderclap! Lightning flash!
Great! That's everything! Let's head to the Fortress of Mirrorpeed!
Protect us.
Whoa, the infirmary is packed!
Please, you have to believe me. I saw it with my own eyes last night. Another me.
Got it? Okay. I've written down everything you told me. Now, first, which finger am I holding up?
Your index finger, but I'm telling you, my mental state is fine. I'm not crazy.
Very good. Now, on...
Hey there! Your Grace, it's been a while, huh?
Ah, it's you two. Indeed it has. I would offer you some tea, but I'm afraid the timing is...
No worries. Actually, we were looking for Seedween. Do you...
This inmate came running to the guards in a panic, claiming to have seen his exact doppelganger.
A doppelganger?
And that's what I thought, considering how certain he is of what he saw. I could only...
Alright, very good. Evaluation complete. I couldn't find...
I see.
I have to assume so for now. Psychological issues are more difficult to
The rumor mill will go crazy if word of this gets out. The Mara show safe...
No problem, Your Grace.
By the way, we have a couple of guests here who have made the trip just to see you. I imagine it must be important. You probably won't need to add them to...
Oh, Traveler! Paimon, it's you!
Hey there, Seedween! important, but...
I'll be in my office if you desperately need me.
Okay, bye-bye! So,
Would you mind waiting for just...
Oh, sure!
Sigewinne, we've brought him. And he seems to have taken a turn for the worse again.
Okay, don't panic. Let's start by sitting him down here.
Paimon had no idea how busy it can get for Sigewinne. Maybe now's not the time to ask for her help with skincare. Good point. Besides, it might actually be interesting to observe her at work.
Well, this could hurt, so I suggest you take a deep breath first.
Did his face melt? What happened to him?
It's anyone's guess. His face melted off shortly after arriving at the fortress. But since he's a serious offender, he can't be allowed out for medical treatment. Best we can do for now is ask the head nurse to give him something to manage the symptoms. Oh, this is gonna be awkward. We still need to bring him to the Marechaussee Phantom for questioning. What if he scares them half to death? Will that be our fault?
The Marechaussee Phantom? Does this have something to do with the case Risley's dealing with?
Yep, it was a huge case. They bagged a few dozen crooks in one fell swoop. And this guy's the baddest apple of the bunch. He harmed countless people. And now, it looks like it's all finally catching up with him.
You done gawking?
Not yet. I need to check the severity of your ulcers to decide the right dosage. Don't worry. We Melazines have a very different sense of aesthetics from humans. To me, you just look like a little kitty with slightly scruffy fur, but still just as cute.
Don't patronize me. Do I look like a kid to you? Just give me the meds and let me out of here. I already missed my cell.
Hey, lose the attitude. You dare talk back to our head nurse like that again? Your days are numbered.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to apply the medication now. Tell me if it hurts, alright?
Look how nice Sigewinne's being. And he still talks to her like that? What a nasty piece of work.
Can I leave now?
Wow, not a peep. What a brave little guy.
Thank you, Sigewinne. And I apologize for the trouble.
So, Traveler? Paimon?
We did, but we don't want to interfere or anything.
Oh, don't be silly. I agreed to it to take a rest here if you want.
Or alternatively, is there anything we could... That's right! Let us help you out! It's the least we could do!
Good point. Don't worry. I gotta warn you, though.
We're ready, Sigewinne! What's our first mission?
I found the perfect job for the Traveler. First, I'd like you to lie down.
What for?
I need you to pretend to be...
What?
Oh, is it that difficult?
Oh!
I sure did.
Well, this...
No time to
okay.
Hey, Doc, it's me. I'm only here because my mom won't stop pestering me about it. So annoying.
Well, your mother has enough on her plate with a busy job. Well, the last thing she needs is to worry about you being sick as well.
I know. I shouldn't treat the place like a playground. Shouldn't go swimming in the lower levels where we join up with the sea, because it'll give me a cold and distract her from her work. I thought I'd be able to have some fun here at the fortress for...
All right. Sit yourself down and I'll take your temperature.
But Doc, it's so bitter. Do I really have to drink it? I mean, I'll be fine, right? Can't you just write me a note saying I'm on the mend? I just need something to keep my mom off my case.
I sure...
Huh? Bree?
Well, if you want to rely on your own immune system to clear up your fever, then you'll have to tough it out like this guy.
there, traveler? Are you gonna puke? Paimon can get you a paper bag!
Huh?
As long as...
And if I'm not...
Hey! Wake up!
What? Put it this way. At least you'll never have to... Oh, of course. Here, it's still warm.
It's so bitter.
All done. Great job, you two.
That kid really doesn't know what's good for him.
His mother's a guard here. She's been working back-to-back shifts lately, but unfortunately his father's away on a business trip right now. He was quite happy.
So you made us put on that act just to scare a kid into taking his medicine?
It's a...
Oh, you had a teacher?
She was human. She...
Oh.
No, it's fine. I really liked my teacher. She was a traveling doctor. She used to say... him.
She sounds like...
strict.
Strange way for it.
Oh...
Oh! Wow, yeah, okay, that'll terrify the kids.
Yep. All the children she treated thought she was a witch.
Why does it almost sound like you're envious of her?
Oh, because I am. If she was here, all the children would take their medicine without any need for tricks.
A doctor who looks like a witch. True, they wouldn't dare try anything funny with her around.
Oh, me, on the other...
That's actually a good thing!
Oh, my next patient should be around...
Sure thing! On to the...
Well, thanks to...
Should we get some rest? It's getting...
Oh, they're in...
Confidential?
It's fine.
Wait, you mean...
My patient...
Considering even the chef's version...
You want to find out? The ingredients are ready. Now, put them up. First, we add this special slime.
Yeah, it really does! Until you remember it's slime condensate.
Next up, xenochromatic crystals. You want to crush them up into a...
Wait, are those from Fontimer Aberrants? Are you sure they're edible?
Finally, we'll need some high-protein meat. Frogs are an excellent choice. You just need to clean their innards, and then you're left with some lovely, tender meat.
Oh! Frogs.
And we're done. All that's left now is to pack them into lunch boxes and hand them to Walsey. Yesterday in the production zone, I noticed an inmate who's been working for 2 days straight. That means it's a healthy meal for him tomorrow.
Siegewing really does have the inmate's best interests at heart.
Ah, head nurse. Got some extras for me?
Just the one today. The serial number's on the lid.
Sounds good. I'll make sure it gets delivered.
Sounds like they're talking in code.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, it's no trouble at all.
That won't do. If you reduce your sleeping hours any further, your health... Well, I'm done with work for today. Thanks for helping out, you two.
Seems like the guard...
Head nurse, please, wait. I'm sorry to disturb you this...
Okay, just relax and catch your breath.
The guard at the observation ward, Odilon, he told me to pass on a message to you. One of the inmates there, the guy suffering from possible hallucinations, well, he seems to have made a sudden recovery, and now he wants to apply for permission to leave the ward.
Huh? Already?
You were right to tell me. I'll have to examine him and make...
Looks like we've got one job as medical assistant.
Let the show begin.
Take this!
Freeze!
Ah, head nurse, you're finally here. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've caused you, but I believe I've now made a full recovery. After giving it some thought, I'm sure that I was probably just seeing things. Stress-related, I imagine. I'd been working
I totally understand. Still, I have... Oh, not at all.
You're pink.
All right. All indicators seem...
So it was a stress-induced hallucination at...
Well, we've certainly had previous cases of mental illness caused by overwork, which is why I carefully...
Please, head nurse, you shouldn't blame yourself. Thanks for looking after me. I'll be as good as new after a good night's sleep.
It can be difficult to relax in an unfamiliar... I suggest you take 2 days off to focus on your recovery. I'll take you off the observation list for now. So...
Great. I can't thank you enough.
Mr. Odilon, could you escort him back?
Of course. I'm on guard duty in the administrative area tonight, so no...
Guess you're finally done for the day now, huh?
Yep. But I still haven't gotten around to make...
Oh, no rush!
Well, tomorrow it is then. Good night, traveler. Good...
Oh, don't you worry! We will! Yeah, sleep tight, Seedween. See you... Paimon really did sleep like a log. Let's go find Seedween. Whoa! How is the infirmary even busier than yesterday?
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. I have a few people here for a checkup, so you might need to wait for a while.
No problem. Anything we can do to help?
There's a bit of a complicated situation here. I'm still getting to the bottom of it myself.
You have to believe me. I'm telling the truth.
You're in a medical facility. Keep it down.
Please, listen to me. I'm not Gascon. I'm Uy.
You're a horrible liar, you know that? We get all your mugshots with the arrest warrants. It's clear as day that you're Gascon.
You mean because of the way I look? I don't know what happened. I just woke up like this. Then you guys dragged me in here for an interrogation.
I brought you here to figure out what's going on. If you truly are the victim of an injustice, yelling isn't going to achieve anything. At most, it'll delay your vindication.
All right.
This is nuts.
Morning, Your Grace. What's going on?
Remember the case I mentioned yesterday?
That's even weirder than what that guy was saying yesterday.
The thing is, none of them have been able to provide...
And we thought yesterday was as busy as it...
We've compiled their statements. Have a look. Perhaps there's something we missed.
Wait.
Release? Interesting. The inmates they spoke of in their statements appear to all be...
I noticed that too.
All the more reason to be cautious. Lumberzar, check the release list for today and make sure no one gets processed. We're gonna need an excuse, though. Just say...
I'm on it.
It's conceivable that our group of serious offenders somehow found a way to switch places with inmates who are about to be released, so they can walk out right under our noses.
We did consider that possibility. But I mean, just look at them. They match the warrants, period. How could there have been a switch?
Only if they're dead ringers for the inmates due for release, I suppose. I gave you that name list yesterday to assist in your investigation. Did that help?
Yes, the inmates' mugshots were attached to the list. The first thing I did was check for lookalikes, and I didn't find any. The only other thing that stands out to me is that their voices sound a little different today. But it's not exactly hard to put on a fake voice.
Oh, really? What does our head nurse make of all of this?
Give me a moment. I know. It's not time to change your dressing yet.
Huh? Isn't that the guy from yesterday?
This should be Honore. He has very severe facial ulcers, which require an operation in the hospital at the Court of Fontaine. I authorized him to leave the fortress for medical treatment under guarded escort.
Yes, like I told you. I'm not Putton. I'm Honore.
So there has been a swap. Well, I can see what happened in Potton's case, but how do you explain the other inmates? You're not telling me their souls switched bodies, are you?
No, I believe it was their faces that got switched. The method is a bit like replacing a tooth. Take the bad tooth out, put a false one in. And actually, I think I can prove it to you. Traveler, Paimon, do you remember Eric from the other day?
Yeah, sure do.
Then you can be my witnesses. To start with, please fetch the inmate who claims to be Eric. So, you're Eric?
Yes, head nurse. It's me. You do believe me, right?
I need to do another examination of...
All right. It's the cognition test first, right?
Now, try to recall if you can. The last time we did this test...
I believe it was... your index finger.
means...
Huh?
So, basically, last night, the Eric who said he saw another him suddenly recovered and applied to leave the observation ward. Siegewing did another test before letting him leave, but that time, she held up her pinky finger.
Huh? I don't know about any tests last night. There was nothing to do in the observation ward, so I went straight to bed. Then I somehow woke up in a high-security cell.
Well, in that case, there is a reasonable explanation for the strange events of the past 2 days.
So, what exactly happened?
The gang of serious offenders wanted to break out of prison, so they identified a group of scapegoats, namely inmates whose terms were almost up, and planned to switch appearances with them. Last night, when Odilon was on duty, they ambushed him and had one of their group switch appearances with him using their face-swapping method. That allowed them to avoid scrutiny from the other guards. Then, once all the other inmates were asleep, Odilon spent his night shift carrying out the remainder of their switcheroo plan. However, they made one mistake. Henri changed his appearance to match Eric's earlier than he should have done, and ended up being spotted by the real Eric. Real Eric came to the guards for help, but we didn't know then what we know now, so we put it down to hallucination and sent him to the observation ward. However, since one of the gang members was posing as a guard, they simply changed real Eric's appearance and had their Eric take his place, muddying the waters even further.
Right, because I put Eric on the observation list by then, and no inmates on that list can be processed for departure until I've discharged them.
Hence why the imposters had to pull that little stunt to get fake Eric off the list.
Yeah, it all makes sense now! The Duke cracked the case!
Well, I can't fault the reasoning. But I'm afraid that we ruled out the possibility of face switching very early on in this.
Criminals altering their facial appearance to commit crimes is nothing new. In fact, we carefully examined all the suspects, and there is no evidence.
Huh. Well then, how do we explain all this?
So far, it seems more likely that the gang stole
A shape-shifting potion?
Forgive me, head nurse, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it. If such a potion truly existed, it would jeopardize our entire investigative process at the Marechaussee Phantom. Are you certain of this?
Yes, I am.
But...
Please, trust me in my professional opinion as an experienced clinician.
At the same time, without any solid evidence, it's pure speculation. Yep. Let's do that.
Okay. Well, it was our negligence.
Your Grace, bad news. I paused the releases like you asked, but we were too late. A bunch of people already got processed 2 hours ago. I checked the list, and sure enough, it's all the people who gave statements.
2 hours ago? That's before today's interrogations began. They had this all planned out.
So there really was a switch after all. They really pulled the wool over our eyes on this one.
We should be able to catch up with them if we leave now, right?
Not if that potion is real. They can just switch faces again after leaving the...
Yikes! So we're at a complete dead end!
Well, technically there is one more lead we could follow up on. We were only able to arrest this gang thanks to the help of a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. I believe his name is Rawat.
Oh? Rawat? Isn't that the handsome guy we met at that skincare promotion?
Handsome? Maybe from a human point of view. I just remember that he specialized in potions. One of the crimes this gang is charged with is the manufacture and sale of illicit drugs. According to Mr. Rawat, they appear to have stolen technology he developed through his research and used it in their operation. At first, he thought it was a typical case of intellectual property infringement, and he tried to negotiate with them. But once he discovered their criminal operation, he reported them to the authorities. Thanks to his report, we were able to swoop in and arrest them all in one go.
What a hero! Bet that took courage on his part.
No doubt. This is worth that aside.
Understood, Your Grace. My team and I will head to the Fontaine Research Institute right away. In the meantime, please keep an eye on the face switch victims for us.
Of course.
Miss Morgan, I'd like to come along and help you catch these criminals.
Huh?
Well, I'm the one who discharged the fake Eric last night, so I feel partly responsible.
Don't say that.
I also have a more personal reason.
Look, head nurse, I completely understand where you're coming from. But arresting criminals is dangerous business. And if anything happened to you, none of us can afford to take on that responsibility.
Don't worry, I can defend myself just fine.
You say that, but still.
If I may, Miss Morgan, Siegeween is the one who raised the potion hypothesis, and I'm sure she has far more expertise on the topic than your team. My suggestion would be to bring her with you. And if you really are worried for her safety, then... Ah, there you go, right on cue.
Okay. Well... Greetings. Sorry to impose, but I'm afraid we're—
The marsh is a phantom. Let me guess, you're investigating—
Not this time, no. We're looking for—
What? Oh yeah, Mr. Handsome, right? He actually doesn't work on site here very often.
Just a handful? Paimon figured he'd be the most popular guy around.
Well, I guess you could say he's popular, at least on a superficial level. He's blessed with good looks, so he tends to make a good first impression on people. But in all his time here at the Fontaine Research Institute, I don't think he's ever had a single deep conversation about his research with his peers. That's no way to make real friends around here.
That's so weird. He definitely didn't come across like a recluse at that product promotion.
I don't find that weird at all. He definitely didn't strike me as the kind of guy who's, good at making friends.
Really? Paimon couldn't tell. Must be a Melusine perception thing.
Okay, we should talk with his acquaintances. But we also need to check the Research Institute for any clues. Let's split up. It'll save us some time.
Sure thing. We'll go ask around among the other researchers with Siegeween. Paimon's suddenly kinda curious to know what everyone really thinks of him. You, sir, but are you Bertram?
Who's asking?
Just some concerned citizen.
Not anymore, we're not. Turns out we don't see eye to eye.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
The thing about us research, he won't even let you work with him unless you sign a— Now that I've got my own technical solution for my compressor.
So that's what Rwata's really like.
We'd still like to know where to find him. Is that—
Wait, you're Yeah, I know you. You're the head nurse at the Fortress of...
Wow, turns out Seedwing's got some
Thing is, but if you want my advice...
peddlers.
Yeah, back when I was working with the little I overheard...
Drugs?
Who knows?
Thank you.
Welcome. Goodbye.
Excuse us, are you Audrey?
That's me. What is it?
Are you close friends with Rawat? We're trying to find out where he is.
Close friends? You mean because I told him I had feelings for him once? I doubt I'm the first or last at the Institute to make that mistake. Why, I should have known, really. Men like him, they just enjoy being surrounded by fawning women.
Okay. We were just kind of wondering if you might know where we can find him.
Why would I know where he's at? I barely know him, and he probably doesn't even remember me.
Ugh, this is getting annoying. Shall we go ask someone else?
I think she knows Rawat better than she cares to admit. If we leave now, it might be a wasted...
Maybe, but we're not go-
She's displaying symptoms common among people in love. If
it's curable?
Oh, we're still no closer to finding Mr. Rawat. Oh, by this point, he could be in grave danger.
Danger? Wait, why are you looking for him again?
Oh, that's right, yeah! The Marechaussee Phantom said that he's been targeted by some pretty bad...
What?
Oh, I see.
Okay, but this is purely out of concern for his safety. I heard she raised him alone.
Oh, okay. Do you know the address?
Nope, sorry. I only found out the thing about his mother because it came up in conversation once when I told him I had
looks like her love syndrome is flaring up again.
We need to find out Mr. Rawat's mother's address. Let's check with the Marechaussee officers when we regroup.
Cool, sounds like a plan. Hey there, are you in Teep?
What do you want?
We're here to ask about Rawat. Any idea where he might be?
Close? Not sure that's the word I'd use.
Huh?
It's been a good few days since I last saw him. I don't know where he's at. Go ask someone else.
Would the patent in question happen to be related to the new skincare product he developed?
Yeah, kinda. Butterfly Dew, or whatever he calls it. I heard he made a tidy sum off of that one.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Keep the...
Most of the other researchers here focus on mechanics, energy, stuff like that. But I'm studying coatings. There's a huge overlap in our areas of research. What? I bought his product once. Don't get me wrong. I had no but despite that...
Huh, so is Rawat anti-so... Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any info.
Wait, 1 second. Mr. Antibes, next time you go shopping, you should buy some Buell fruits. Peel the skin, steep in water, then drink.
Huh?
Well, that's all 3 researchers. Let's head back to the meetup point. You know, Heimat started out thinking Rawat was a handsome researcher with a friendly and cheerful...
So, what's your view?
A handsome researcher who's...
So your thoughts about his appearance haven't changed at all?
Well, his looks are
You can't judge a person so...
Head nurse. Traveler. I assume you've spoken with the researchers. What did you find out?
Bertram mentioned Rawat's involvement with some pharmaceutical merchants. Do you know if he's registered any pharmaceutical brands?
Since he was a whistleblower on such a huge case, I ran a background check on him. I don't remember there being any brands under his name.
Maybe he and his business partners needed to avoid public scrutiny?
You think he may have colluded with the gang?
Isn't that pretty unlikely, though?
Most children who come to me with tooth decay have suffered.
I saw him when he came to make his report, and I certainly didn't get the feeling that he was the type to collude with criminals. Perhaps it's. You mentioned that he comes from a poor family. So, it's possible that the criminals up by the time he discovered who they really were.
That does make a lot of sense. It would definitely explain. No wonder he's so unsociable. He must be on edge.
In that case, the situation, if Rawat was working with the escaped inmates, there's...
Based on the information we've gathered so far, he was...
2 days ago? So he went missing right after that product promotion.
That was the same day he reported the criminals, too.
Yeah, he must have been worried.
All the more reason to find him as soon as possible.
Yep.
Okay, then there's no...
All right, this should be the house. I'm pretty sure this was the address.
Okay, I'll knock.
Sounds like whoever's inside has restricted mobility. Oh, it seems serious. Oh, what's the fastest way to get this door open?
Break the door down?
No, I'll handle it. Let the expert deal with it. There'll be a mountain of paperwork if we damage a citizen's property. Calm down. Deep breaths. Remember your training. Control your strength. And... it's open!
Seath, take a few people and lie in wait. Keep your eyes peeled for any activity around the house. The Traveler, head nurse, and I will go inside.
Oh, there. On the bed, there's an old lady. That's gotta be Rawat's mother, right? She doesn't look like she's in any state to be answering our questions.
We could try, but she is very ill.
Well, doesn't look like Rawat's here.
Yep. Allow me. Hello, ma'am. Might I ask if you're Rawat? Hard of hearing, perhaps. Does anyone have a picture of Rawat?
I have one here.
I'd like to show you a photo, ma'am. Is this your son? Do you know where he is?
Looks like this isn't gonna work after all.
Well, looks like we're out of leads. If Rawat's not here...
Is it possible he could have avoided returning here?
Maybe.
Yes, so.
I suggest we all return there now.
Sorry, officer, but could I stay here for a while?
Of course. Traveler, stay with the head nurse. You're technically here as her assistant after all.
Also, I'd like some Marechaussee members to stay as well, and keep an eye on the area.
Why's that?
If Erwat knows how serious his mother's condition is, he will return.
Got it. Okay. I'll tell the squad members in hiding to stay put and keep a lookout.
Thanks for helping me out yet again, Traveler and Paimon.
No problem. But...
Yes, she's barely clinging.
Oh.
Let me take care of a few things first.
Yeah, of course.
I can tell that her family has tried a lot of different treatment methods, including some very expensive medicines. Unfortunately, her condition is so multifaceted that a recovery looks all but impossible.
Seedwing. Paimon bets being a nurse must be pretty tough.
Yes. It makes Melusines but human medicine. But it was only after I truly became a doctor that I realized miracles don't always happen. Even the greatest doctors cannot cure all diseases.
Seedwing.
Don't worry about me, Paimon. A doctor's at the very least, I can lower her fever.
Yeah.
Oh, her fever is getting worse.
Sure, we're on the case.
Found the hot water?
Sure did. And look what else we found. Judging by this journal, it seems like Rawat has a private lab. There's a good chance he could be there right now. We gotta go tell Officer Morgan right away.
Oh, that's great news. But hold on, the wet towel is ready. I'm giving you another injection. Are you feeling better now? It's all right. We'll go bring him.
Thank you.
Lightning flash! Dodge this! Ah!
Hey, get him!
Cool it!
It's Officer Morgan! They're already here!
We came as soon as we heard the news. I can't believe we were so careless. The most crucial information of all was hiding right there, in that room.
Don't blame yourself. Right now, we need to focus on finding a way in.
There's a mechanical door over here! Hopefully the instructions in Rawat's journal will help us open it.
It's open. Let's go in.
How did they get in here? Captain, up ahead! Those look like our fugitives!
So they found this place too? Don't let any of them escape!
Take this! Dodge this! Don't get frostbite.
Now I'm mad! Hold still!
Here!
Well taught!
Don't slip and fall!
Take this!
Let's see! I swear, it's for medical research!
One taste of my hammer, another test subject. That tingle?
No one escapes my sight!
Freeze! That tingle?
Calm down! Yeah!
Lightning flash!
Replace my hammer.
This moment will be frozen in...
Floaty, floaty!
Take this!
Captain, according to our list, many of the fugitives aren't accounted for. There may be others hiding deeper inside the facility.
Ah, so these guys were just the lookout crew.
The Marachose Phantom! How did they find this place?
Wait, it's that guard from the fortress!
That's right, I'm on your side. The Duke sent me. What's the matter? Some sort of mix-up?
Mr. Odilon, didn't I tell you a few days ago that you need to stop all field work until you've recovered?
Well, you know, gotta help His Grace out. Share the load.
Officer Morgan, this man is an imposter. The real Mr. Odilon has no recent health issues.
What? But I...
Looks like the head nurse was right about the face-swapping method. Arrest them all! DuPont, stay here and keep guard. And watch the exit. If we're not back soon, call for reinforcements.
Got it.
Don't slip and fall!
So many jars. Was this some sort of production facility?
This scent. It's probably the ingredients used to make butterfly dew.
How come they're all empty? Did it sell so well that he ran out of supplies?
How strange. Why would Rawat choose to manufacture a popular product like that in such a difficult-to-reach location? Given our suspicion that he may have been coerced into the illegal drug trade, I would have thought that any production...
Perhaps...
Do you have any evidence for that claim?
No, just...
Understood.
Doesn't look like we're gonna get this door open. Let's find another way around. boards and tracks. Oh, maybe it's one of those doors that opens when it senses cargo passing through. There's a loaded cart right over there. Let's bring it to the door and give it a try.
Dodge this!
No escape! Let's see!
Halloween Thunder!
He might feel a little prick. Joe! That wasn't very nice. Hold still.
Lightning Flash!
Hey, go!
Cool it!
No one escapes my sight. Now I'm mad.
Freeze!
I swear, it's for medical research. This room's much smaller than the others.
Judging by the implements on the table, this looks like a push.
Head nurse! Over here.
Let's see. Huh? Robot's Yikes, Deedween, where did that come?
Oh, what a tragic way to go. Especially with such a bright future.
There's a path leading further on, Officer Morgan. Let's keep up.
There's a whole bunch of people in there!
Are you serious? You're telling us that within a day, our faces are going to rot like yours?
Fontanian physiology changed dramatically after that great flood, and it's not as compatible with this face.
Why didn't you say anything before we all used it?
Look, my plan got you all out of prison, didn't it?
You're just lucky we didn't leave you.
Partners? Make no... You hid things from...
Oh, and you didn't have a secret spare? Then do you want to explain how you melted your face off before all this?
Guys, that's enough. Calm down. It is what it is. Arguing won't change anything. What's the plan, Parton? I'm assuming you brought us here for a reason?
There is no plan. We followed him here on the promise of more juice, but it turns out there ain't a drop here. Besides, what does it matter now?
I said enough!
Are you kidding me? This stuff was hard enough to get a hold.
Well, there is another option. But you'll have to make a deal with me first.
Okay, now we're talking.
I have a document I took from that researcher that details how... What's the problem? I thought you always kept reserves. Or do you really just have one spare bottle each?
What do you think? That we were shipping them into the fortress of Meripede by the basket load?
Well then, say hello to never showing your marred faces in public.
Ugh, I've heard enough! Get him!
Freeze! Marshosei Phantom!
What? Who let them in?
Officer Morgan, before anything else, please find out Rawat's status.
Rawat?
I don't see him. Hand over the hostage now.
Spare us your condescend.
Hutton?
Arrest them all! Don't...
Lightning flash! Oh, so sorry.
No escape!
Thunderclap! Cool it!
Calm down! Oh! Don't be nervous! Just relax! Now I'm mad!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Let it rain!
Picked the wrong test subject.
What's new?
Freeze!
Let's see! He might feel a little prick!
Yeah! Thunderclap! Dodge this!
Calm down! That wasn't very nice! No escape!
Don't push your luck. Oh, so sorry. Freeze! Hit this! Dodge this!
I swear, it's for medical research!
Huh. Gotta say, I never expected to see the head nurse in combat.
Some patients respond better to a more aggressive treatment plan. Did we get everyone?
Captain, we finished the head count. Potten's missing.
Over there! The door's...
One group trying to arrest me, another trying to hunt me down. Good. I gotta kill two birds with one stone.
How did he get up there? There must be a secret passage somewhere.
Don't waste your energy. I already...
How naive.
Well then, you'd better hope that...
There's some kind of gas leaking from the pipes. Be careful, it's...
This is our The pipe network here was designed to emit
Why would you do this? Your partners are here too.
Oh, please.
He's a maniac! Come on, we gotta find a way...
Go ahead. Struggle in vain. Once the...
Are you sure you're...
You can't cure my face. Just give up.
And what if...
Nice try. You're just trying to stall me. Don't you worry about me. I'll find a way to cure my face once I get out of here.
Oh, The key component of the face-changing potion is the fluid left behind by dissolved Fontanians. It might look like ordinary before the flood. All Fontanians were Oceanids, a potion made from theoretically, but since the flood, Fontanians...
Are you saying this potion is made from Fontanians dissolved with...
How could you know all of this? No.
It also means that
I might get...
Oh, it's not a form.
What?
When I tried, I'm guessing his skincare lotion contains the fruits of your joint research?
Huh. But it only contains a...
Well, I found a way to reverse the dilution process.
That's impossible.
If I tell you some of the ingredients...
Tainted hydrophan...
So?
Sounds good to me. There's a delivery pipeline beneath the...
Nope, not trusting you that easily. You're like those naughty kids who try to hide their illness. Open the sluice gate first, then I'll hand you the potion.
Even if you're... I'm not closing the valve this time.
Fine, then...
No.
It's open! Disable that sluice gate! Jam it! Don't let it close again!
That's more like it. In that case...
Head nurse, there's too much poison gas in here. We have to leave, now!
That was too close. That button is a real nasty piece of work.
Oh, don't be too quick to sit down. Moving around a little will help relieve the soreness. Same goes for you, Traveler. Oh, but Paimon, you should be fine, right?
Flying fast is pretty tiring too, actually. Anyway, that's not important right now. Paimon's still...
Shame I ended up giving the improved version to Potten after finally making it for you. I'll make you some more, I promise.
No, please don't. Paimon doesn't... Yeah, Paimon was just kidding.
Head nurse, I've done a final head count of our team and the criminals. Everyone's here and doing fine. We're ready to escort the fugitives back to the fortress of Meripede. It's a shame that we didn't find Rawat. At this point...
What a horrible bunch.
No, we wouldn't. I always keep a whole bunch of antidotes on me for emergencies. And one of them neutralizes that poison gas. We'd have been fine, even if you hadn't opened the gate.
What? Then why did you give him...
If this is true, I must concur. Sorry to be blunt, but I think you made a bad decision by handing him that bottle. If he changes his appearance and flees Fontaine, it's unlikely that we'll ever find him. No matter how cooperative...
No, you don't understand. I gave him the potion precisely so we could be sure where he'll go next.
What do you mean?
We gotta hurry.
Don't move a muscle. I might be short, but I pack a mean punch. Captain, you're just in time. While I was lying in wait, I spotted this crook snooping around, trying to find a way in. So I detained him.
Whoa. His face.
Are you... Potten? So this is where you were heading, huh?
What?
This is how Potten looked before his face was marred. His current appearance matches the mugshot on his arrest warrant.
I see.
Wait, so what's going on? Wasn't the whole point of the potion to disguise himself and escape Fontaine? Why would he change back to his original face and run right into our trap?
Enough of this nonsense. Let me in!
You better pipe down. There's an old lady in there who's very sick. No way are we letting a crook like you inside.
To heck with it. Listen to me. I'm Rawat. That's my mother in there.
He's gotta be lying, right? Rawat was a victim in all this. He was forced into it against his will. How can he and this monster be the same person?
Forced against his will? That's the funny. Heck, when I was being coerced, everyone thought I was colluding of my own free will. Amazing what a difference a handsome face makes.
Save us the speech. Explain yourself.
You want an explanation? Fine. I'll tell it how it is. When I was just Potton, the whole world treated me with contempt.
Ew. What do you want? Get away from me.
Women despise me.
Collaborate? You don't look like much of a researcher to me.
My peers scorned me.
Mr. Potton, was it? I'm most interested in your research. Consider my offer carefully. I doubt you'll find other investment opportunities.
Only villains.
You want out of the game? Forget about it. Turns out, I slipped up a little. Left your picture with some Marechaussee Phantom officers. So I suggest...
There was no way out until...
Mr. Rawat,
I became popular with women.
This new potion you developed is fascinating. Genius, in fact. Would you consider working with me? I'd be happy.
My peers looked up to...
I'm very interested in your research, sir.
And the villains even began to fear me. Becoming Rawat showed me what a but I did not hold it, or so I thought. But alas... Mother, I'm back. How are you doing?
Who are you?
I bought the best medicine Mora could buy, but nothing would cure her illness. In the end, I hoped she'd at least be able to see her son one last time before she passed, but when everyone else rejected me, the only person who cared about me was my mother.
I have to let her see me again. Even if it means donning my own wretched... Well, is that enough explaining for you? Now do you...
Have you ever considered if you'll even... You found a way to completely...
So you kept being a villain just for the money?
Villain? You have no right to judge me!
You honestly...
Don't humor me.
I didn't know anything for sure until you I had to confirm my...
Are you kidding me?
Well, there were no... But...
Fundamental... Most people probably don't know this, but I think I can get... You use it yourself, didn't...
Seedween? Yes, you're right.
Help was either carry on living in the gutters as part of an alien race cast out by humanity. So you see, you and I were the same. And I'm the one who's...
That's not important right now. You came here to see your...
Huh?
A head nurse. I'm not sure...
Don't worry. Back in the warehouse when I traded the potion for our lives, I was doing it to test him. He was willing to risk sacrificing his only chance of...
I see.
So before you arrest him...
All right.
Mom? It's me, Potton, your son. You recognize me now, don't you? Mom, what's wrong?
I'm sorry, but I have some bad news. I examined your mother last time we were here, and it appears that due to her prolonged fever, she's lost her eyesight.
What?
Your appearance no longer has any bearing on her ability to recognize you. But...
No, it can't be. I've done so much to get to... No.
The temperature of his palm must have changed. I'm sorry. It seems I couldn't bring him back to you after all.
It's you?
Oh, of course.
Mom! Why will you answer her and not me? Why? Why?
No more questions, Potton. She's gone.
Mom?
I'm sorry to say this, Potton, but he...
The wait is over, everyone! The sale of our new skincare product, Romaritime Essence, will now begin.
Another skincare promotion! And it's selling as fast as last time. Wonder what people would think if they knew it would— Oh, Seedween's here too! Hey, Seedween!
Oh, Traveler Paimon, hello!
Of course! Nurse's orders, right?
Actually...
That reminds Paimon.
Nope, there's... Besides, officers, after consulting...
Wow,
Thank you for serving as our consultant, head nurse. All the butterfly dew we recovered has been disposed of, according to your instructions.
Great! Good job, everyone!
Also, you mentioned you wanted a copy of Rawat's interrogation records. Well, technically, Potton's records. After he saw his mother for the last time, it was like all his mental defenses came crashing down. He put up no resistance during the interrogation, and answered all our questions. Apparently, their supplier was Vache. But you could also argue that they were the ones doing him a favor. It made for us—
Vache again, huh? Is there still no end to the harm he caused?
Make no mistake. The crimes of Vache and his accomplices will come to an end. It's only a matter of time. Since the flood cut off their supply of primordial seawater, they've been forced to resort to riskier methods, like using their private reserve to attack people on the street. After receiving numerous reports,
That sounds more like it!
based on what he told us in his confession, we pretty much had him backed into a corner. He tried to throw us off his tail, but there was one thing he hadn't anticipated. Even though Potton had been missing for a long time, we were very much still on the lookout for him. So
he tried this once before, huh? Guess he really did want his mother to see him again. But in the end...
Looking at the
Yes, even so.
I understand.
Why did you want them anyway?
Potton was one of my patients, so I need to put together a medical file.
Why are you still treating him like your patient?
That may be true.
One last thing, head nurse. It would be for the best if most—
Of course!
Thank you for—
So, Seedween, did you really use that potion?
Why do you sound so Yes, it really actually But... I know. There are some secrets. Before I tell you...
Of course! Oh, Nervalette and Risley, they're here too!
Good to see you, traveler. Paimon. I trust all has been going well for you.
Big news, everyone. The Udex is out of his office on important business.
Is that genuinely something people would consider big news?
Why wouldn't they?
Ah, yes, you're quite right. When someone you care about requires after reading the Maréchal...
Take note.
So the old friend she mentioned was her teacher then? The witch? Oh, sorry. Paimon didn't mean to be rude. It's only because Citrin calls her that all the time.
I doubt she...
Indeed. In fact, in those days, many people harbored prejudices against Melusines. She was the...
Wow.
Younger colleague. Well, that might be true for the Udex, but Sigewinne served, strictly speaking...
She served a sentence?
Yes. Initially, I and most researchers believed this, but now, it seems more likely that...
Ignorance is bliss.
Sigewinne had her
Could you tell us a little...
Certainly. Sigewinne does not object to her close friends learning...
Even with their daughter so ill, they kicked you out?
Master, what are you...
I discovered I had no choice.
Then, I'll find a...
There's no need.
But, Master...
As
I know. I'll do whatever it takes.
Even if it means...
As long as I don't...
Then I shall make one more. If not, I will leave you.
When Sigewinne returned, the miracle had not occurred. She found a potion bottle and a note on the table. After using the potion as instructed, she gained her current form, and after I had confirmed the veracity of the events...
So that's what happened.
I fear Sigewinne... When I reflected after the final details of the events surrounding...
Wonder how she feels about...
Since she invited...
You're here. The old friend I mentioned was my teacher. Sigewinne, the witch who gave you the magic potion. After learning the truth... Well, but she was planning to sacrifice herself. That's just who she was. If lying is what it... Alright, but I broke the law. True. You're not like him, and yet, you were still convicted and thrown in prison. It just feels so unfair. Unfair? What makes you say that? I knew you'd be curious.
The verdict came down. This Melusine is guilty. The Udex defended the authority of Fontaine law, but he did not confiscate the Melusine's medical kit. And so, the Fortress of Meripede gained a new little doctor. She still wore her hood and raincoat, even though it never rained in the fortress. Perhaps thanks to her human appearance, no one refused her treatment. She treated more and more patients, and her sentence grew ever shorter. Finally, the people of the fortress could not live without her, and though her sentence ended, she did not leave them either. Then one day, she received an invitation from the outside world. The location seemed familiar, and when she arrived, an old lady was waiting for her. She saw right through the Melusine's disguise, but didn't reveal it. Instead, she asked a question.
Tell me, why do you think you gained the respect of so many people, despite being a Melusine?
Because I look like a human?
It's been 50 years, Sijun, and you haven't aged a day. I think everyone knows you are not human. I finally found you, after all these years. I still remember, you know. It was you who saved me that night.
But how? I was no longer a Melusine by then.
Does it really matter if you're human or Melusine? I remember the warmth of your palm. It's quite unmistakable. And you know what? It hasn't changed one bit. You don't have to hide anymore, Sijun. These days, everyone wants to make friends with Melusines. And I think that it's all because of you. I'm sorry I couldn't say this until now, but thank you, Dr. Melusine.
Now that's an ending Paimon can get behind. After hearing everything Paten said, I wanted to tell him that it didn't matter who he looked like on the outside. But it was too late. The warmth in his palm had already disappeared. I tried to treat him, but the roots of his problem had nothing to do with it. I understand. Thanks, you two. I appreciate you being here for me while I talk this through. Oh, it's nothing. Our pleasure. Oh, there's one more reason I invited you here. It's about time I finally give you what I promised. In order to restore the appearances of the face-swapping victims, the Marishose Phantom gave me special permission to make a few bottles of that potion. And I made one extra just for you two. We don't need it though. Shouldn't we destroy it? Well, even if you chose to destroy it, I still thought I should give it to you first. You two did so much for me. How could I break my promise? Well, fair enough, but anyway, Paimon's definitely not interested in this stuff anymore. Still, if this is the very last bottle in all of Teyvat, getting rid of it would feel like kind of a waste. Maybe we can give it a special meaning somehow. Oh, Paimon's got it! Melusine physiology wasn't affected by the Great Flood, right? So that means the potion should have a permanent effect on you. In that case, what do you say, Sijun? Ever thought about transforming back to the way you used to look? After all, from a Melusine point of view, Paimon bets Melusines look the cutest of all. Paimon, after everything, do you really think it matters whether I'm Melusine or a human? Well, what was Paimon thinking? You made up your mind a long time ago. Yeah, let's just destroy this thing. Leave it to me. I'd like to stay here with my teacher for a little longer.
Ad Astra. Thank you for.
As the saying goes, you never truly know someone until you meet them in person. And at long last, I finally have the great honor of meeting you today. My name is Yoonjin, and I am humbled to be the director of the Yunhan Opera Troupe. We have been performing at Hayu Tea House as of late.